Hey guys, I'm Sally.
And I'm Alan.
And we're Sal and Al.
The Wool Slayers.
Welcome. I have no clue what episode this is.
27.
Yay! 27. This is our last one for a while.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to take a month off.
Yeah.
Catch us on the social meds.
Yeah.
The social meds.
Yeah. Unless we try to figure something out because we're going to be in different places for a month. And
how do you guys feel about those Skype, like if two people are in separate places on a video podcast? How do y'all feel about those?
Yeah. We have our opinions, but, you know, do y'all want us to try that? Or
you want us to try,
or do you just wait a month and we'll just have a ton of stuff to talk about?
You can have a mediocre, we don't know what we're doing Skype episode.
Right.
Which we are totally willing to try.
Yep.
Or you can have a super mega episode in August when I get back. It's your choice. Let us know. Let us know down below.
Right.
So
after you thumbs up and subscribe.
Por favor.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm
It's
excited.
summer.
It's been a while. I feel like it's been 3 weeks, but so much has happened. I've not knitting wise, but just I've just been so busy with my kids, and we went to the Pioneer Woman Mercantile up in Pawhuska, Oklahoma. That was super fun. I went with my mom and my kiddos. And I don't know, I just feel like it's been 2 months since I saw you.
I know,
because it's just been so busy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I know. And I ended up working in the office for 2 weeks, and
that's weird for you. So
totally weird, and it was the first 2 weeks of summer break. So the boys had this awesome camp the first week, and then
they had grandma camp the second week, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
My mom came. Yep.
That's kind.
And now Cade is at my mom's by himself.
Oh, is that the first? Does he get to do that a lot?
He did it last summer and had the best time. And Zane didn't get to do it because Cade did it while Zane was at sleepaway camp.
Oh, gotcha.
And so then Zane didn't get to do it because it was too late in the summer and we couldn't figure it out. And so this summer I'm like, okay, you're both
getting grandma camp.
Yes. And so Cade, he just had a week with her, but it wasn't the same.
Right, because he's at her house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's just having a ball.
Aww, I love that.
She does the neatest thing. She has this friend that is a drummer.
I want to go to her grandma camp.
I know, right?
So creative.
She really is. So she has this friend that's a drummer, and last summer Cade was there a week, and he had 3 drum lessons at our house, and she ended up buying him this really cool lap drum, and so he plays it every now and then at home, and so he had a lesson with them yesterday, and then she has a neighbor, so she lives in Bel Air, Texas, and the high school there is always state champions, and Little League is really big. And so one of her neighbors plays on the high school team, so she's arranged a baseball.
Oh, because they're baseball crazy anyway, so.
Yeah.
Oh my God, perfect.
I know, so they're going to get together and do baseball practice, and so.
Oh.
I know. She just thinks of the cutest fun thing.
Well, my kids are ensconced in my bedroom with a movie, so, that's just as cool.
Right. But you get to go to a lake with
That's true. We are leaving for a month. But I'm there too, so it's not like. I wouldn't want to send them away for a month. That would be too much.
That'd be too hard.
That would be too much.
So at the same time, so Cade and my mom left on Saturday. Today is Monday. Yesterday, my husband and Zane left for Weebelow's residency camp for Scouts. And they're not going to be back until probably 11 on Wednesday.
Oh my gosh, so you're by yourself for 3 days?
3 days. It was so weird. Yesterday, my house was so weird. I mean, I've been alone in my house before.
During a school day or something. Not
It is amazing how the energy changes knowing that nobody's going to come back.
Yeah.
It was bizarre.
I've been listening to way too much true crime.
Podcast,
so my first thought is
oh, well, it's funny. It wasn't that.
And I'm not even like that. But it's just because I've binged 20 episodes of My Favorite Murder.
Oh.
It's a podcast with 2 friends, and they drop all kinds of F-bombs and talk about true crime, and it's wonderful. They're hilarious.
I might have to check that out, because I am loving Heaving Bosoms.
Yeah.
And I don't read romance, but I'm loving it because they are hilarious.
And I know very little about any of the crimes that. So I'm learning about the true crime, but also they're hilarious.
I would have to check that out.
It's like the most popular true crime podcast right now. And they're wonderful. We like podcasts with two friends.
Right. Exactly.
Can't help it. Yep. So anyway, when you're talking about how
by myself.
I'm just like.
But I have the dog, and last night.
This sounds like the beginning of a true crime.
Well, last night I was about to set the alarm, because we don't normally, because. Oh, yeah, that's true. We always set the alarm.
Don't tell these people. See, I never would have thought of that until now. I've listened to way too many. Crime, and I'm like, don't say that kind of stuff. And there's gonna be someone at my house the entire month that I'm gone, by the way.
That's right.
Don't come back into my house.
Yeah, because your husband's not going.
No.
Yep. And he's strong, so don't even think you can overpower him.
Huge.
And the dog will be here.
Dog will be with me.
Oh.
And that dog ain't scary anyway. He's grandpa. But my husband's massive. Don't even mess with him.
Well, anyway, I was going to set the alarm.
Just edit all this out.
Right? Bloopers. If anybody's watching till the bloopers, then. So I was going to set the alarm. And I didn't because I knew the very first thing we do in the morning is we let the dog out the back door. And that's one of the doors that you don't get the beeping warning, go turn the alarm off. It's the one that goes, wah,
yeah.
And I'm like, I would do that. Yeah. And so I'm like,
We definitely.
I slept fine.
Set off the alarm. Yeah. Oh God, I would sleep amazingly knowing no one's gonna.
I slept in.
Yes.
I told Sally last night.
Knowing that nobody's going to come into my room.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Knock on wood. Nobody's supposed. Right. Nobody else is in the house. Nobody's gonna need me. Nobody's gonna throw up in the middle of the night or whatever.
Right.
I could sleep. I can sleep really.
Yeah, it was great. It was.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're here for knitting.
Oh, this is a knitting podcast.
Yeah.
Oopsies.
In case you couldn't tell.
At least you had yarn to look at during that. Right. Okay, so fails. Oh, and we're gonna give away that pattern.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I haven't even drawn for it.
The Evanescence pattern. Yes.
So stay tuned because it could be at any moment. So if you're fast forwarding, you're gonna miss it.
Don't skip today.
On you. Okay. Okay. So I didn't have any fails.
I didn't either. Yay! High five.
High five. Okay. So slays. What'd you slay?
I have one sleigh.
Me too.
Yay! Because I was monogamous.
Me too.
Oh yeah, what's going on with that? Okay, you go first.
Oh, okay. I finished my Scania.
Oh, it's smaller than I thought.
No, it's big. Just hold on.
Oh, okay. It's still smaller than I thought.
Really? I think it's massive.
I thought it was because you're holding it double, I thought it would be thick, but I guess your needle size was bigger.
10.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I love it.
Look at that.
Yes, like the pattern, I hate the way the pattern was written, but once you get to knitting it, oh, it's wonderful.
That is awesome.
And unraveling the fringe was so fun.
I love how it looks twisty. Like the natural twist of the yarn makes it.
Well, and some people, I guess, cut the loops, and I don't think I'm going to. I kind of like how it makes it look chubby.
Mm-hmm.
Apparently, I like fat fringe. Who knew? So yeah, and so
it's great.
And like you don't do anything to. I thought that you had to like sew here to reinforce. You don't. You literally just drop those 4 stitches the whole way down. I took a time-lapse video. You can't tell a lot from it, but we'll put it in.
It's like magic.
So we'll put it in. But yeah, it was. So I miss knitting this. Like I would totally knit. I would totally knit another one. It was perfect. Social knitting, dark knitting. It was so easy but fun. And I love the way the colors look.
The marling looks great.
Love it. Yeah. I mean, I totally forgive them for their pattern, the way the pattern's written. I still think it's an easy fix. They could fix it.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Just write it down.
Right.
I will do it for you. Just holla. Anyway, and I love the way it looks on. Like, it just flops right on. And I like how it's kind of different for me. It's not like, it's more like rustic-y. And I usually do, like, clean lines. And so I like that it's different. And I think this fringe is perfect. And I love it. I love the fabric.
Yeah, the fabric turned out great. I really did think it would be thicker because of the two skeins together, but you're right.
Yeah, I mean, it's not
yarn,
like it's,
or the bigger needle.
It's real, like,
it feels like just a fingering thickness. Wow, that is gorgeous.
I love everything about it. I think I'm going to take it with me on vacation.
Good job.
Because it actually does get cool there.
Oh, for sure.
At night.
Yeah.
I love it. Look at that black and white. Oh, it's so good.
Nice.
Oh, it's the good stuff.
And that's the kind of one that I would want to do a kit with, because
the marling. And they make it super easy because for this shawl, you need like a dark, a less dark, a medium. That's your favorite color. So that was my blue.
Yeah.
And then you need 2 different lighter colors. And so what Craftsy does, and I think they still sell this kit. You would think so. Yeah. And they go, like, you just tell them which dark do you want, and they put in, because you need like 2 skeins of these 2 colors that end it.
Oh.
You need, so they give you the right amount of everything, and you just, all you do is go, I like this and this and this, and they just make, it's really, it was like a really, really fun ordering process. And everything, except the only problem was I don't like the way the pattern's written, but I got over it, obviously. Oh, and that faux cable, that's not a real cable, it's a faux cable. And so if you watched last time, like, this right here was actually just is it 4 stitches? I think it was 4 stitches of just garter all the way up, and then you just drop it. Oh, and it stays, it doesn't unravel, the whole shawl is so cool.
That is great.
I love that faux cable.
That is great.
So yeah, highly recommend that one.
Okay, I finished my side-by-side shawl.
You did? What?
I did.
So both of us had little baby shawls last week and then finished them.
Yep. I was so monogamous with this.
I'm still monogamous on my next one. It's weird.
Started here.
Oh, wow.
And it goes like this.
Oh, it's so cool. I love that.
That
is so cool. I love this.
Yes.
That's cool.
I love these 2 yarns together.
I do too.
The purple and the gold just do it for me. I mean, gorgeous.
That's like your Rapunzel shawl. She's purple and gold.
Oh, is she? Okay, I'm like,
all the Disney princesses have like a color scheme. And hers is gold and purple.
Gotcha. So I have not put it on yet, because I literally took it off the blocking mats this morning and trimmed the ends, and so I don't know how to wear it.
It is a cool shape. Like,
it's kind of
amorphous.
Different.
Yeah. There you go.
Yep.
And see, I don't think I could wear that color. I think I would look horrible. But I love it.
Look how the different stripes and the different places.
I love how it just lays. That looks amazing. See, I love a stripe, man.
Oh my gosh, I just love it.
Awesome.
It feels great.
Miss Bab's Zombie Prom.
Yes. This is, the purple is Miss Bab's Zombie Prom, and the gold is Inzula Nebula in the saffron colorway. And
it's sparkly.
It is so sparkly, and it feels great.
It does feel good.
My mom asked, like, does the sparkle itch?
Some sparkles are scratchy, but I've used this before, and it's not. And it just gets softer.
Oh, look.
It looks really good.
Love how that looks.
I do too. Like, that's how you wear it. Now you know.
There we go.
I love how it's like built on itself. Like, I love that.
That's because of the short rows for the stripes. Now, I did make one modification. There were unintentional modifications. Whoops. Because I'd forget to increase or decrease, but it didn't really work. It didn't matter. But here, see how there's like a bigger gold stripe there and a bigger gold stripe there? That's because as I was knitting along this way, I forgot to change colors.
Whoops. I like it.
Well, so here you go. You make it a design element.
Yeah,
so
I like it.
I had 15 stripes here. I did a double gold accidentally, so I did 5 stripes here. I did an intentional double gold and then 5 more.
Yeah, I like it.
So, and it gave me the same.
If you hadn't done it the second time, it would look like a mistake. But
exactly.
It doesn't. Yeah, it doesn't. You did a good job.
So if you do it once, just do it again, and then it looks intentional. Yeah. So then the other modification I made is so this is very similar to Bendy Arrow in its shape. And Bendy Arrow turned out much smaller than I expected. Now, I used size 7 needles on this because that's what the pattern called for, and Bendy Arrow used 4s. So that makes a big difference in the fabric also. But it's I-cord edging all the way around, and I-cord doesn't stretch as much as garter. So I knew that it wouldn't necessarily block out really big. And it had more of the gold because it calls for like 1.5 skeins of the main color, and then I used I think I used 11 grams.
Oh my gosh.
Of the purple. I mean, hardly any. Yes. It was incredible. So I was like, well, I want more. I want to make sure it's big enough. So I just did more rows.
Is this the end?
This is the end. So this is where I would have stopped because you can see the center increases I was doing, but I didn't want to keep increasing. I didn't want to keep the shape going bigger.
Right.
So I just knit and stopped the increases. I was a little worried that it would make it, that it wouldn't look good not having this this increased design all the way to the the end. But it worked out great and it looks fine.
Yeah. What a cool design. Yeah. I like that. And which one is that?
So good. It's Side by Side by Vera Valimaki.
By Vera.
And it's in one of the interpretations. So it was my June interpretation.
And you're done.
And I finished it. I cast it on and finished it.
Nice. It's amazing. Like, I've been really monogamous. I was monogamous on the Scania, and I've been monogamous on one of my whips. And it's like kind of cool. I'm kind of digging it. Like,
right?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
I've never been very monogamous.
I needed a lot of garter because of activities going on. Yeah. And then the other reason was I was reading a really good book. And I need garter stockinette while I'm reading on my iPad. And
I think that's where I'm at too. Like, both of my ones I've been monogamous on are really good distracted knitting, and so like they're shawls, but that doesn't mean they're not good dark knitting.
Right.
So I love it. Okay, cool.
So whip cracking.
Oh, you know what? I do have a hoe.
Oh.
So my sub socks that I started when I was substitute teaching, I finished one of them.
Cute.
And I think I'm going to give these to my grandmother. She's turning 90 in August. And she has that thing where her hands and feet are always cold.
Oh, I have a girlfriend that has that.
What's it? Raynaud?
Yes, Raynaud.
And I've been intending to make her socks forever. And I don't know. I just keep forgetting. And so I was like, I think she would like these. So, and that's good because that'll give me a reason to cast on the second one because I haven't even cast on the second one yet. So this is technically a whip, but it's a hoe. Yeah. And that's in Cascade
Heritage Prints.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
What have you got?
Okay, so I am still working on the Shisui Shrug. That's my new reading knitting.
Because
I mean, it's not as good as
Did you even bring it?
I did bring it, but
don't want to go.
I don't need to show it. It looks exactly the same. I am up to 411 stitches on the needle. Yay! Yeah. And I have a lot. I mean, I get it. Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot.
So it is just now going to become my distracted knitting, because I can do it distracted, but I can't do it in the dark.
Well, yeah.
I do have to look at it every now and then to make sure. And so it's not the best for reading.
It's like TV knitting.
Yes.
Yeah.
I can do it while reading also, but it's not as
right. Well, then I get irritated if I'm like really into my book and I have to look at my knitting. I get mad.
Right. So I needed dark knitting because we were gonna go to the movies Saturday because Kate was gone and Zane was like, let's go see a movie. So we were gonna see Incredibles 2, and okay. So I hate paying fees to buy tickets online. So and we live really. I know, right? But I'm that way. I always hated paying to get into a club. Like,
oh yeah,
I have to pay you so I can buy drinks. Like, no.
Yeah.
So I hate paying those fees. So, but we live really close to Studio Movie Grill, so I'm like, let's just go up there. Well, literally between the time it took us to get there, the last 4 seats were taken. So we didn't get to see it, which was fine because we came home and we watched the Flintstones with like John Goodman.
Oh my gosh.
Ages ago.
Oh my gosh.
And Zane was so excited.
Yeah, my kids love that one.
Free movie on Netflix.
I don't know that Nolan's ever seen it, but Amelia liked it when she was little.
Yeah. So we had.
I love that movie. I mean, they're horrible, but I loved them when I was a kid. Is what I mean. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So I had just finished my gold shawl, so I needed movie, like literal dark knitting. Yes. So I had about an hour before we needed to leave. And like, let me go figure it out.
Yep.
So I cast on my peeping cowl. So there's not much to show. But I cast on my peeping cowl and wound everything up, and this is my July cast on, I guess. And it'll be these 4 colors, and it's very similar to the monochrome cowl I made, how it's different textures, and it's very similar to the 3-color cashmere, how it mixes colors. It's 4 colors.
I remember us talking about that.
Yeah,
right. I've made the 3-color cashmere, all of them. I've made the shawl, the cowl, and there was.
You made 2 cowls.
I made two cowls.
And
I made the shawl. I feel like I've made another 3-color. None of them were cashmere. Whatever.
Yeah. So,
just a suggestion.
So I cast that on, and it's good because like I'm going to dinner tonight with some girlfriends, and I can sit and knit this because the first part is 2x2 ribbing.
Yes.
Not even twisted rib.
Nice. That is definitely.
Ribbing. So so I have my literal dark conversation knitting.
Definitely good
on the
dark
needles.
knitting, yes.
And
I would rather do ribbing when I'm distracted, because if I have to think about it, I'm like, oh,
I hate the ribbing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Awesome.
Okay, I only have one more. Is this your only?
I have one more whip.
Okay, this is my only other whip because I've been so monogamous. It's weird. It's real weird.
Oh.
So, speaking of the giveaway, I started mine. Okay, so I had no idea last time what yarn. I was like, I'm gonna have to buy yarn. No, I didn't have to, because speaking of Vera, she presented me with, I won a drawing at Hill Country Retreat, and she handed it to me, and it was 3 colors put together of Yarn Carnival, and I showed it on that episode, but it's Yarn Carnival. Which base? High wire 3-ply, so it's 100% superwash merino, 490 yards per skein.
So it's like a light fingering?
Yeah. So it's beet, which I love.
Yeah.
Because it's got that pink, that hot pink that shines through. That's good. And sugar skull, which is one of my favorite colorways ever. Look at that. And then I don't love this one as much, but it goes really well.
It does.
It's just not my color. It's called Winter. See, I don't love it, so Winter Storm. And it's fine. It's just I would have never picked this color, but I want it, and it was all a set, and it goes really well. Like these 2 colors are in this, this multicolor one. So it's fine. I do like it better now that I'm
knitting it.
So I started my Evanesce, and I have done a ton on it.
You have?
Yeah, right?
Wow.
Okay. And like it's almost getting too big to show. Like it's
right,
already.
It won't stretch out.
Yeah, it's already filling up my cord. So.
And this just came out like a week and a half ago.
I know. I'm telling you, monogamy, y'all. Who knew? And see, bordered by that beet color. I really like the winter storm.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's just I want it to be gray and it's purple. Do you know what I mean? And so but I had to just accept it for what it is, and it's fine. It's other people's favorite color. It's just not something I gravitate towards, but I like it. So I just finished this, and so I'm putting in another border stripe of the beet, and then so I guess I'll be doing another band of Winter Storm after this. So I am cranking this one out.
Yes, when it's easier to be monogamous when your textures change, when your colors change.
Yes, and the texture is great. Look at that.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like a thermal type texture.
Like
Yeah, like a waffle weave. And then this one's different. She calls it lace, but it's really not. I mean, it is compared to the other, but I'm trying to get it there. Isn't that pretty?
That is so cool.
It's so pretty. So yeah, I'm loving it.
Yay.
And the only reason I finished that sock is because this is like kind of a beat, like hauling this around. You know, I'm not going to take this to like the Crayola experience with my kids, which we did go to.
Right.
So the sock is just more portable, but this is like my go-to.
That's kind of why I needed the because I carried this around at scout camp last week.
Yeah, and it starts getting
and it was so big and it was hot, and I'm like, it was outside,
and the other one is literally in like a cosmetic. You know, it's so small I can just tuck it in my bag, and this, this is in my. I should show the bag, my Suburban Stitcher candy bag. Or like gum wrappers and candy wrappers. I guess they're gum, but I love it. I especially like this one because when I was I'm a big doodler, and I would always doodle that, like cursive S's, because my name's Sally.
Right.
And so that one is like so me, because I would just fill lines on notebooks with those S's.
Practicing your curly Q
S's. I just can't sit still, and so Yeah. So that's in that. And so this is a lot less portable than that sock. So that's the only reason the sock got done.
Yeah.
But now I have a purpose on the other.
Right. So my other whip, and I cast these on within 2 days of each other. Because so the peeping cowl is easy, it'll change.
Yeah.
There's some striping in there. There's 3
The hardest part is carrying around all the colors.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I don't have to carry all the colors all the time.
True.
So, and there are 3 sections that, like, one's lace, one's cable, one's another kind of lace. So those 3 I'll have to pay attention to, but the rest are simple, easy. So I wanted to have something that was a little more complicated than my Shisui shrug that I'm slogging along, and the peeping cow. So since I had swatched, I went ahead and cast on, I guess, my August interpretation.
Oh yeah, because the cowl is.
Yeah, the cowl is.
You can do other things.
I know.
That aren't in interpretation.
I know.
But I totally understand.
But I had this ready.
I get it.
So I cast on my everything.
I think as long as you do 12, it doesn't matter when you do them.
Exactly.
You still have met
my goal.
Yeah.
So, because I thought about waiting and casting on something else.
No, you gotta do it when the mood strikes you.
And I'm so excited to use this yarn.
Even if you put it down and don't touch it again until, you know what I mean? Just having something cast on is fun.
So, I cast on my everything.
Yay! Everything sweater? Is that what it's called?
Yes, my everything sweater. And I think the way it will be is that's the top of the back. So it'll go.
It's so pretty.
Back there.
So pretty.
It is my first time doing reversible cables. And guess what it is, Sally?
Twisted
rib. And not just twist the knit, twist the purl.
Yeah. Been there, done that. It's not my favorite.
And I realized that the entire sweater, this goes all the way down the back, this cable will eventually. And then you're doing a essentially a circular shawl that the whole outside of it is this. So.
Well, at least it's just like a strip, though. It's not like the whole sweater. It's just, but yes, that cable runs the entire.
It's 20.
Whatever, your cable width.
Yes.
Yeah. So that, so that's all. It's just that part.
But the yarn is gorgeous.
It's so pretty.
And I am alternating skeins, and I did this in like an hour and a half.
Worsted weight, baby.
I know, right? Worsted weight. So
it has its purpose.
So now I've got three long-term like projects that will take a long time. So I might even cast on something that I can do quickly.
I think I'm going to take a ton of hats with me up to the lake.
Oh.
I think I'm going to do
that's a good
scrap.
idea.
I'm going to do my scrap blanket. I'm going to take that. And I think I'm going to take some small.
Maybe that's what I need to do is get started back on my scrap blanket. So I'll feel like I'm accomplishing something. Like each color is like, yay!
Yeah. And I haven't touched it basically since the last time I showed it on the podcast. So I haven't touched it in a month. But I'm kind of like, because I'm saving it.
Right.
Because I'm going to bust out like 50 squares in July or something.
Right.
So.
Yeah. Well, speaking of scraps, this is needle adjacent. I bought, and I'm going to do, the Casa Pinka Mystery Knit-Along.
Oh, right.
I posted pictures on Instagram stories.
When does it start?
It doesn't start till July 29th. And I have my colors.
So you have to sit there and stare at those.
And because
that's too much time. You're going to change your mind about color.
Oh, I've already.
I know, and by then you'll have a completely different color scheme.
I don't think I will. If anything, I will have added colors because it calls for 12 colors.
Okay.
But way more yardage for each color than I have.
Oh, so you're going to have multiple.
Yeah. So each clue.
Is it fingering weight?
Each clue might be 2 colors for me.
That makes sense.
Yeah. And I'll divide it based on what that clue is. Because she's already said it.
That kind of adds to the fun, too. It's like, ooh, okay, now that I have the clue, I want to do these 2.
Maybe, because I have them out in the order that they're going to go in.
But once you see how it's turning out, you might go, ooh, actually.
Right. So
that's fun.
So I have them in a circle on the table in my guest bedroom, which is also my knitting room.
It's just going to taunt you for a month.
It is totally taunting me. Like it's more than a month.
Yeah.
Because it's a month and 4 days.
Yes.
I'm like,
oh, honey.
I know. So, because I love getting to use things up. It doesn't matter if it's yarn or food or whatever. I love getting to use.
Oh my gosh, I love throwing away a container that's empty of food.
Yes.
I'm like, we used up the pasta, you guys. Gotta buy more, but yay! Like, I love it. Mitch thinks I'm psycho.
I know.
I'm like, I get to throw away the milk. Like, he's like, okay, you're just gonna buy more. I'm like, it doesn't matter. It's something that is leaving the house.
Right. And I especially love it when it's something that I don't have to buy more of.
True. True story.
The crazy weird pickles that we bought for some reason. Like, I'm not buying those again, but we're going to use this up and I get to throw the jar away.
No, I totally agree. I like using stuff up.
So it's hard watching that sit there.
Yes.
And I know. Ooh. But I'm excited. And it's 12 clues, 2 a week for 6 weeks.
Oh, fun.
I know. And I think I can keep up with that. I don't know. We'll see what else is on the needles.
It depends.
But, right. It depends what's on the needles. It depends what's going on.
But. This might be a good segue into our knit-along.
Oh, yes.
That's going to start July 15th.
Yes.
Okay, so friend of the show, Dallas Prentice, Violet Pie, has a new shawl coming out on July 15th. And I have the yarn I'm going to use. Do you?
I didn't bring it.
Oh, do you want me to show mine or no?
Yeah.
Okay, because I kind of want to workshop a little bit.
Okay.
But anyway, like.
Oh, I should have brought it because I have questions about it too. Okay, go ahead.
Sorry. Don't know what to say.
Think about it.
So this is also a trophy. So maybe this is segueing into knit-along, which will segue into trophies. Professional. Okay. So how stinking pretty is this shawl?
Oh, I love it.
Amazing.
Yeah.
So this is my trophy. Look at it. Bask in it. Oh, so this is Expression Fiber Arts, which I have wanted to order from for a while. I have followed her on Instagram forever. And I just...
Oh, and she has a free pattern every Friday.
Yeah, she's cool.
Yeah.
So this... Okay, and so what's hilarious is this shawl is called the Italic Shawl. And this was completely on accident, you guys. But the colorway is typewriter.
No!
So it goes so great.
Oh my gosh.
This is typewriter. It's superwash merino silk. It's her pearlescent fingering base. And it's 550 yards, which is awesome. So it's a light fingering.
Because it calls for light fingering.
Mm-hmm. And I was totally going to do fingering weight. But then I didn't like anything in my stash for it. And so I was like, oh, I'll order something. And then I saw this and was like, ugh. Because I've wanted a gray shawl, like a gray black. But I don't want to knit black. And so I think this is perfect. Because it's got a lot of gray tones. But also it's shiny. Mm-hmm. And so it won't be like knitting black yarn, you know, because it's so shiny. Yeah, I think it'll, in theory, that's my theory anyway. Right. Look at that though. Oh, it is so shiny. I don't know if y'all can tell, but it is like glowing.
Yeah.
Okay, so, and it's so soft. So for the accent, that ribbing accent, I think I'm using this because I just wanted like a real classic one. And this is a fingering weight, and I've had it forever. It's good for you. The sultry steps, good for you. And it's some sort of delicious, soft baby llama, maybe.
Baby llama. Is that a real thing? Oh, it is.
Yeah.
Baby llama is a real thing.
It's super soft. 40% superwash merino, 40% baby llama, and 20% nylon. And so it's supposed to be like luxurious sock yarn, but it's just so pretty, and I like this a lot.
Yeah, those look great together.
It just pops, right? And then it would be, go with anything, kind of neutrals. And, I love a good neutral. But then I was looking around, and I kind of like this one a lot.
I think that's much more interesting.
I know, right? But I was trying to do a neutral, but I'm like, pink's a neutral.
Right.
I know, right?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And so this, I had already skeined it up and then reskeined it. Or caked it up and then reskeined it. This is Suburban Stitcher's Old Romance.
Yeah. Yes.
Right?
So much more interesting.
I know, but I mean, there's something to be said for a gray and white. Like, I love that.
Yeah, it has its place.
So I don't think that the other one is uninteresting. I just love gray.
No, this is so much
I just
better.
love gray and pink. So
I feel like, okay, so I had,
especially on camera,
I had voted when she didn't have the pink out as an option. I had said, oh, that white looks great. It'll be so classic, and you can wear it with anything.
I think that's the problem, is when you show it, it's like, yeah, that's wonderful. That's better.
Right.
Yeah.
But I think that's because you can buy black and white. You can buy black and white shawls anywhere.
I won't, though.
But you won't ever see that.
Yeah, but I won't buy a black and white shawl either.
Why would you buy a shawl?
Seriously. I'll buy a woven one. That's about it.
Right. But I feel like, so I shouldn't say you can buy it. I should say you can find it out in the world.
Yeah.
And it's not as unique.
Well, and I just love gray and pink. So I feel like
that's it.
I feel like this is it.
For sure.
And I didn't have a use for this one because I had started something and didn't like the pattern. It wasn't the yarn. I love the yarn. So I think that's it. And it gives me the white, but it also gets me pink, because there's like pink and white.
Yeah. No, that's it. Going back in the stash.
Going back in the stash, which I had poached it from like a sock pattern anyway, so it'll just go back to that sock pattern, and now these two will live happily ever after. So I'm super excited.
Yes.
So we're going to do a knit along.
Yes.
Yay! So she generously gifted us the pattern. Thank you.
Yes,
we love her.
Dallas.
She is so cool.
She is so cute.
Oh my gosh, she's so cute.
If you don't follow her on Instagram,
just follow her.
She's just adorable.
She has a podcast as well, an audio podcast. So you'll find all of her stuff on. She is the Violet Pie. Mm-hmm. Okay, I thought there was a the.
Yep.
On Instagram, and that she talks about her podcast, and so you'll find all that. She's adorable.
And she has so many patterns. Like, I feel like she's just released 2 new patterns like since
she and I'm still gonna make that underline. That one from last year. I'm trying to get down to the size because I want to only make it once. So that's my yarn for Italic. Yes. We're gonna do a knit along. There'll be a prize. It's a long ways off. So it starts next month, July 15th, and we'll go for a while probably. Like, we'll give you plenty of time.
And we'll give away the pattern because she has gifted us a pattern to give away.
Maybe we'll do that on Instagram or something.
Oh, that's a great idea since we won't be here. Yes.
Okay.
So follow Instagram. How do you find us on Instagram, Sally?
We are Wool Slayers Podcast on Instagram.
So follow Instagram and then we'll.
Yes. We're on Facebook too, Sal and Elle, the Wool Slayers on Facebook. But yeah, follow the Instagram for sure because I'll probably do it since I'm gonna be away. I'll probably have like cool pictures and stuff because I'm not at home, so pictures. And maybe I'll talk to you guys on live or something if we don't end up doing the Skype thing. Because I will miss it.
I know.
And then you can talk on live, and at least we'll still be interacting with our friends.
Yeah.
So yeah, stay tuned. We won't be able to, podcast right before there's a fly.
I know.
Right before the knit along. So watch Instagram for that, because we'll officially kick it off on Instagram.
Yeah.
So that's the Italic Shawl.
Yeah.
Okay, so that kind of went into trophies.
Okay.
Do you have any?
I have no trophies. I know.
I'm so proud.
Right?
Oh my god. Okay, so I do.
Okay.
I don't have a ton, but I had the typewriter from Expression Fiber Art.
Is that the only thing you ordered?
That's the only thing I've gotten in to show.
Oh, okay. Because for me, when I order online, I'm like,
oh yeah.
Well, if I'm paying shipping, let me do this.
I think it was free shipping or something, so I didn't feel necessary. I didn't feel
keep ordering.
Yeah. And so I was trying to be good.
Right.
But when we were at Camp Wool Slayers, I got a call from my local yarn shop, West 7th Wool, that the yarn they had ordered more that they had sold out of that I had requested to be on a call list. They called me and said it's in, and I finally made it down there last week to pick it up. So this is their, so I have the Modern Skein colorway. I was literally at the Modern Skein buying the Modern Skein's signature colorway from Yarn Carnival when West 7th Wool called me to tell me that my West 7th Wool colorway from Yarn Carnival was ready to pick up. So I was like, oh my god, this is a problem. Right. So Yarn Carnival made, it's not called West 7th Wool, it's called Water Gardens because that's a feature in Fort Worth. There's a water garden.
At the Fort Worth Botanical Gardens.
No, it's
separate?
It's separate.
Oh.
Yeah.
See, why do I even try? I don't live out here.
Just shut your mouth. God.
Right? I know.
Do you even Fort Worth, bro?
No, I don't.
So it's Yarn Carnival, and it's called Water Gardens, and have you met a more Sally skein of yarn in your life? And no. So of course I had to have that. And it goes really well. Like I might do a fade with my Modern Skein one, because it's like the same colors, but theirs is more speckly and this one's more. But yeah, so I had to pick that up. And then I had also called and had them reserve me the what is it? Summer 2018, because theirs go quarterly, right? Pom-pom quarterly. Duh. So this is the summer one, because I really want to make this bag, you guys. How stinking cute is that? Love it. I just love pom-pom. If y'all haven't checked them out, you should, because their pictures and everything are just, there's that bag again. Look at that. So I need to make it. I don't have yarn or anything for it, but I just wanted it.
But that's one that, it depends on what the fiber content is, but you could totally do that scrappy.
Oh, totally. Yeah. Yeah. But their pictures are just amazing. And then we met Megan at Hill Country, and it just made me just love them even more. So I got that from West 7th Wool. Oh, and then
while I'm there,
West 7th Wool also recently got in Lemonade Shop. They're selling Lemonade Shop now. Who's been on Etsy forever and has been super popular and like super hard to get her yarn. now you can just pop down to West 7th Wall and get you some. Like, even that Bad Day colorway, which I tried to get that colorway for like a year and a half, and I could never get it because it would sell out so quick. They have it. And now I don't want it.
I'm over it.
Now I'm like, I don't know what I would make with it. So weird. Okay. But so I did get, and I will admit, this is one of those, like, it's not really, oh, did you see that? It just froze.
Yeah, what was that?
Make sure it's recording.
I know. It is.
Okay. We just had a glitch, and I was like, no! Okay. So this is one that it's not really my colors, but I do love it. I love the colors, but I wouldn't normally gravitate towards, like, a yellow. So the name kind of pushed me over the edge, but it's Sunday Fun Day. And we do Sunday Fun Day with our neighbor besties. And I do love the colors, and so, like,
I love those bright pink spots.
I think my friend and I need shorty socks together.
Oh.
Sunday Fun Day shorty socks, because I'm always knitting socks while we hang out, having Sunday Fun Day on my porch or their porch. And I was just like, and these are her colors for sure, and I like them. It's just not normal, and maybe that's good to branch out, and especially it's a lot easier to branch out of your color scheme with socks.
Mm-hmm.
I'll make socks out of like any color because it's fun. Like, it's, who cares? But I think that's cute, right? Cute. And there's speckles that aren't really showing up that well. There we go. How stinking cute is that? So it's like a butter, sunshiny, yellow, aqua light, though. Like a light aqua with these gray, maybe even dark green, some red speckles. It's just so cute. So I got that.
It's great.
Yeah. Lemonade Shop. And she's still on Etsy, but apparently she is wholesaling now. And this is Mighty Sock. It's 463 yards. Super, super cute. Sunday Fun Day. Kind of Eastery.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. And that's it. But I have some stuff on order.
For next time. It won't arrive before you leave.
No.
Okay.
But Mitch is here, so it's okay.
That's true.
He can bring it to me when he comes up to get me. He can bring me my packages so I can play with my yarn on the drive home. I'm a little spoiled.
I love it.
I'm a little spoiled.
I love it. You should. So, we Be Freebie?
Yes, and while you do that, I am going to draw for the giveaway.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay, so we Be Freebie this time. So, I have been kind of unexcited about some of the patterns that have been on Hot right now. Like, I feel like been there, done that. Like, I haven't been that
nothing's grabbing you.
No, nothing's, you normally it's like, oh my God, I love that, I love that, I love
oh my
that.
God, I can't believe that's free. Yeah.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And so, I feel like a lot of fades and, like things that have been done.
Right.
So, so I was thinking, like, I'm going to go into the podcast freebies that I've flagged, and I'm going to pick the ones that have interesting construction.
Okay.
So
I love how you try to get a theme.
I try. I don't always have it, but I try.
I think you usually do.
So, but then I was listening to the Yarniacs podcast this morning, their latest one, which Erin turned me on to, and I really like it. And she said the same thing.
Really?
And she put an
about the free?
No, just like hasn't been that inspired.
That's what I'm saying. Like about she's just not feeling. Oh, just about any
patterns in general. Yeah, and that's me too. Like just
Yeah.
So
none of it. You're right. Like that's why maybe that's why we're so excited about Dallas's Italic Shawl, because that's the first one in a while that I've gone. I need it.
Right.
There's been some sweaters, but I'm not knitting sweaters right now. So, yeah, you're right. I hadn't really realized.
So they called it pattern fatigue.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, yeah. And she's like, and then in the fall, it'll be completely different. Like, things will shift and change, and, like, everybody will, like, they'll all be great. So, we Be Freebies this time. I wouldn't say this week. We don't record every week. Are patterns that have interesting construction to me. So the first one is called Fractal Wing Shawl.
Oh, I've seen that one. It is really cool.
It is really neat, and it's by Elizabeth Felgate, and it's from the Notions magazine, the online magazine. So it's free all the time, And it just seems really cool. And I love the way it looks when it's wrapped around your neck.
Those would look so cool on. Those kinds with those dramatic...
Lots of points. Mm-hmm. Yep. Then the next one is... It's called 11 and 1. And to me, it's a sweater. And they striped it. You wouldn't have to stripe it. But I love the color striping.
I love that.
It's a cardigan and it's
I would totally wear that.
Yes, and I like the way that it starts like a shawl.
Yeah.
And then
that would look good in like neutrals or bright colors.
Right.
Can you imagine like different shades of like gray and black?
This is where I would want to take a mustache colorway and then create my striped sweater based off of a mustache colorway because her stripes are wonderful and this is just a bigger stripes. Next are some slippers. They're called simple garter stitch slippers. And
oh my gosh, those are adorable.
They are adorable.
I love that seam up the top.
So I think what you do is you just knit a square and then you seam it strategically. Yeah. And you now have a slipper. It's adorable.
I might have to make those. And that would be a good stash buster. Like a scrap buster too.
Yes, absolutely.
Because it looks like it's worsted or something like that.
It is. Oh, she has fingering.
Oh, okay, cool. Even better. Because I have way more scraps of that. Cool.
Yep. Then the mitts, and I don't think I've shown these before. I might have shown something similar. It's called Pieces of 8 mitts. Do you remember if I showed these? I probably showed something similar.
Didn't
Just Went In.
Liz from Just Went In make those? Maybe that's why we think. I'm not sure we've shown it.
Okay. So it's called Pieces of 8.
She shows them in our first episode.
Yeah, and hers are gorgeous.
They're cool. They're very cool.
And it's just so interesting to me how get the swirls around the hands. So neat. Yeah. Charnley scarf.
Ooh, that's cute.
And it was put out by Manos de Uruguay, and I just think it's so interesting how they do the construction of it.
I want one in those exact colors.
Right.
Like I love that.
Right. It's adorable, and you could do this scrappy also, like
totally.
Because very little of the contrast color is used, and then just have one big. You need a full skein of the regular. So I think that's it.
Cool.
Yeah. So those are Be Freebies.
Be Freebies. Interesting construction.
Exactly.
Edition.
Yes. And that is literally all of those. Those were the only ones that had interesting construction that were in my. And I have like 8 pages of podcast freebies to talk about. So
interesting.
I know. And if anybody has a theme they want me to talk about, feel free to comment because I might run out of
Tell us all about it. The theme may be like, this looked cute the day I was pulling this together.
Or it was on page 1.
Page
the
1.
Top 6.
Page 1. You should have seen these already.
Right.
Very cool. Do you want to give away a shawl?
Yes, I do.
Okay. A shawl pattern, I should say.
Yeah.
Not knitting it for you. You have to knit it yourself.
Right.
So, congratulations to such a cool name. Maddie Moody Hartgraves.
Oh. I love it.
Thank you for commenting. She says that she has a Scania shawl kit, and I may have inspired her to cast it on soon. You go, girl. Do it. It's super fun. And she thinks that she would knit hers out of Miss Babs that she got on a D-stash, Adobe Pink, warm tonal brown, and parchment, which I'm sure is like an off-white.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds great.
Right? Yeah.
Oh, I love pink.
I approve.
Yeah.
Here's your shawl pattern. Go for it.
And that's the Evanesce shawl by Prairie Girl Susie
of Prairie Girl Designs. And Maddie, if you will message me your Ravelry name, I'll have Susie send that to you. I am Sally Wren on Ravelry.
And I'm Alan Loves Yarn on Ravelry.
Put it down here so we don't have to spell it.
Right.
So yeah, Maddie, congratulations. Send me a message. What else?
I don't have anything else.
I don't have a wool gathering because all I can think about is like summertime. So
living's easy.
Yeah. I'm like getting up every morning, having coffee for an hour. Like it's just real chill around here.
Nice.
So I don't have a wool gathering. Sorry.
I know. I don't.
If I think of one, I'll put it on the Insta.
Right.
So yeah. Oh my gosh.
I know.
Are we done?
I know. Is this short? Oh, we're right at an hour. Okay.
Did you have enough of us? Are you tired of us yet? We don't have to re-record it?
No re-recording.
So anyway, I will really, really miss podcasting next month.
I know, me too.
I mean, if y'all want, we'll try to do a Skype one. But I'm also cool not doing it because it could be a fail.
Right. It could be like
hey, do you have a fail? This whole situation. But we'll try it if you guys really, really want it. Or we can all just take a break from each other. It's fine.
Right.
So yeah. Okay. All right. Until next time, don't forget to slay.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Our lives are so well coordinated that
we were both feeling summery today.
Yes.
And
I got some new tops because I had to work in the office for 2 days.
Oh yeah, so you had to buy clothes. Yeah. That's so me.
But
that's so something I would do.
I actually really did because
well, like, true.
Nothing appropriate for being in the
office.
Wouldn't
have anything.
I know.
I'd be like, I can't wear my shorts, is what you're saying.
Right. I can't wear yoga pants.
Yeah. I can't wear a sports bra and a tank top. I randomly had 2 people out of the blue, 2 separate people, buy scraps for me. Like in the same week. Like I mailed them the same day.
Scraps?
Like leftovers.
Like you had it in your...
I just had it in my projects and they were looking for that specific color.
Oh.
And they were like, but what are the odds that it hasn't happened in a long time? And then 2 people.
Wow.
Isn't that weird? Like
I've never heard of asking people to sell their scraps, but I mean, if you only need a little bit to finish your project.
Yeah, this one girl is like, this sweater I'm designing has sucked up every square inch, and both of them were really old, like, really old, like 3 years old colorways that they
can't get.
And they're like, I'm like, oh, I only have like 16 grams. They're like, I need it.
Right.
Okay. Wow. I mean, I didn't make money on it, but I was like, just pay me for shipping,
Yeah.
But still.
And this shawl is, I don't know how to say it. Charybdis? I don't know. It's on the screen. I'm not going to spell it like I normally do. And look at that.
Yeah, that's cool.
It looks like an optical illusion, and like, how do you get that to happen? And so it turns into a triangle.
I can't believe that's free. You know that has a ton of design work in it.
It has to. Oh wait, it's not free.
Oh, just kidding. Called it.
That out.
Well, now it doesn't matter that we can't.
At some point.
Now it doesn't matter that we can't pronounce it.
Okay, last one. I swear this one's free.